Welcome back to the Labor Lounge podcast. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with a friend. All right, today we're going back to LA. Seems like LA is on fire still, where we go look at a flash mob that actually ran into a Nordstrom and just took whatever they wanted to take and ran up out of the store. Now imagine you have over a dozen people running into a store, grabbing handbags, shoes, whatever they can get their hands on, whatever's not bolted down. And in this case, it doesn't even matter what's bolted down because in the clip I'm going to show you, there was actually one kid or young man who was dragging a fixture outside of the store. So we're going to look at the clip and we go come back. But in this particular situation, while we're looking at it, I want you to think about if you work in a store like Yves Saint Laurent, what are you going to do if you have over a dozen people come to the store and just start smashing, taking whatever they want, and running out the door? How do you handle that situation? Let's watch the clip and then we'll come back and we'll talk about
Sandy and Rick, this was a Saturday afternoon. The mall was packed, tons of employees, obviously, and shoppers in the store. And that's when I'm told by police that more than 30 people rushed into the store and started ripping apart displays. And of course, it was caught on camera. Another flash mob robbery, this one erupting at the Nordstrom department store as more than a dozen people, masked and hooded, were seen stealing high-end handbags. Some even dragging purses chained to the display case.
Look at that.
Nearly out the door.
My man was taking the whole fixture with him. He didn't care what was attached to it. The whole fixture just dragging across the store. Look how many purses that man has on. 1, 2, 3. I count 3. It's probably more, but from this angle, that's what it looked like. Just running out the store. What would you do in that situation?
Shoppers stood stunned as each and every one of these thieves got away, and with thousands of dollars in merchandise. Police say the security was overwhelmed after being hit with a chemical spray. People equally as shocked by the video.
Tonight, after a flash mob of
that chemical spray that they're speaking of is actually bear spray. I've come to find out that the chemical spray that they were using was bear spray.
Say the security was overwhelmed after being hit with a chemical spray. People equally as shocked by the video.
Oh my God. This is just ludicrous. I'm disgusted. I can't believe we're allowing this day in, day out. I like to come here, and seeing this, it makes me not want to come here.
And it's happened before. Back in 2021, 5 or so people robbed the same Nordstrom, a smash and grab, using a spray as well, which caused the area to be evacuated. Police made several arrests, then busting an organized crime spree involved with that robbery and several others across the Southland. While many got away with thousands of loot this weekend, the investigation continues. But either way, shoppers say they're frustrated and more should be done to crack down on these crimes.
But it's happening everywhere. It's just really, really shameful that we're allowing this as a society and as a country and our state. We need to do something.
I hope the answer to the question of what would you do if you're in that situation, I hope that the answer is nothing, right? Because as an employee, the last thing that we want to do is put you in harm's way. And I understand that this could be a jarring situation if this just starts to happen. Some people will have a natural reaction to try to do something about it. Others will get out the way and kind of just let it play out the way that it's going to play out. But ultimately, you never want to put yourself in harm's way because whatever they're grabbing is not worth more than your safety. I've said that in another video. But it's sad to see that it seems like this trend is growing. And it's getting bigger and bigger. So you saw back in 2021, 4 or 5 people went into the store. And then in this one, you had over a dozen people run into the store, smash and grab. You can't do nothing against that. One of the videos I just put out where a security guard was at a nightclub, he had 10 or 11 people on him, and it ended up costing him his life. So again, you never want to put yourself in harm's way because it could end badly for you. And whatever they're grabbing is just not worth your safety. And when I say this trend is growing, we have over at American Mall, where we had a similar situation.
Glendale police are investigating a brazen smash and grab burglary at the Americana at Brand. A group of thieves making off with about $300,000 worth of merchandise in just seconds.
Jessica, good morning. Well, this happened around 5 o'clock yesterday evening here at the Americana at Brand. It was still light out and a lot of people were here coming by to get dinner in the evening. So a lot of witnesses, and I spoke to Glendale Police Department. They say this was a very orchestrated attack. We're not talking about one or two suspects. We're talking about dozens of them. Take a look.
Hey, just let him go. Just let him go, man. Just let him go. Just let him go, man. Just let him go.
Now, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like that's an employee chasing down one of the people that ran into the mall that was stealing stuff. First of all, he's too far away from where he's supposed to be. He should be in the store, not chasing down one of them people. You run out there, you don't know what that person has on them. You don't know who in that mob has anything on them, and you're out there sitting duck if they decide to turn on.
Yeah, some people yesterday trying to intervene, as you can hear in that cell phone video. Americana at Brand, of course, a very busy shopping center here in Glendale, especially in the evenings. But it did not deter these suspects from targeting this high-end store. It's the YSL store, which carries very expensive handbags and shoes. In some cases, handbags that cost about $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. So according to Glendale Police, it's estimated that they got away with about $300,000 worth of merchandise. Each person who got into the store carrying a handful's worth of stuff. Thankfully, no one was injured and no reports.
Yeah, are we looking at all these people? I wasn't counting, but let's see if we could back up just a little bit. Let's see if we can get a quick count. All right, here we go. Let me just start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It just keeps going. We counted 14, and that I might not even caught the beginning of it, but it's a lot of people running out of that store, and everybody has something. Think about it, they got away with $300,000 worth of merchandise. It's many people that won't even know, they won't ever touch $300,000, and that's what they ran out of that store with.
The suspects got away in 20 different vehicles, all of them parked outside. The footage of this brazen robbery has now gone viral on social media.
So there it is. So this mob style smash and grab situation seems like it's getting big. It's larger than life, right? It seems to be happening more and more frequently, and I think the more people realize that some of these policies and laws that we have in place, as loose as they are, you'll be able to get away with things like this, right? And it's only going to get worse if we don't get our hands around it and get in front of it quickly. Now, I'm no expert. I'm just a working man. I got a family. I got to pay bills like everybody else. But I'll tell you what, I don't want to go someplace to where I got to fear that a mob of people is going to come in, because here's the thing. It starts with bear spray, and then it escalates into something different. And innocent bystanders get hit all the time. That's just a fact. You don't have to be the one targeting. People out here don't know how to shoot. They don't know how to control bear spray. That stuff gets in the air. Everybody gets it. They start letting off bullets. If it missed the person that they're shooting at, the bullet's gonna find something or someone. So my safety is important, and I'm sure that many people feel this way. So I hope that we can get our hands around this and we can try to slow this whole thing down. But right now, they're just overwhelming the system. When you have that amount of people running into the store, there's nothing that any store is going to be able to do about it, especially with the way that we control payroll the way we do in these type of environments. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this. What do you think some solutions to this is? How did we get here? But more importantly, how can we get out of it? Until next time, I'm out.